Cappuccino, Latte Macchiato, Café Latte, Café au Lait, and Flat White. These are the milk-based coffee drinks you can prepare with the Philips 5500 at the touch of a button, all with the unmistakable aroma of freshly ground coffee. If you want to see how each one is prepared and learn exactly what sets them apart, don't miss this video. We're going to answer all your questions. The Philips 5500 can prepare all the milk-based drinks you see in this chart. As you can see, the main difference between them is the proportion of coffee and milk used in each one, along with a few other details we'll cover throughout the video. But the best way to understand them is probably to see the machine in action, starting with a classic, the cappuccino. This drink is made with one espresso shot and a combined amount of milk and foam that is roughly twice the volume of the coffee. Among milk-based drinks, the cappuccino is probably one of the most balanced in terms of coffee and milk. Some of the recipes we'll look at later contain a considerably higher proportion of milk. Another defining feature of the cappuccino is its generous layer of foam, as you can see here. And as you may have noticed, for this recipe, the machine dispenses the milk first and then the coffee. This keeps the two ingredients partially separated, giving the drink its characteristic appearance and flavor. One particularly useful feature of the Philips 5500 is that every recipe lets you customize the coffee strength, the coffee volume, and the amount of milk. As you can see, the quantity settings also display the selected amounts directly in fluid ounces. Not every competing model offers this feature. It's very useful for getting a clear idea of the volume of each ingredient before starting the preparation. In this chart, which we saw earlier, you can check the available adjustment range for each drink. And to make the differences easier to see, here's a cappuccino prepared with the minimum coffee and milk settings, another with medium settings, and a third with the maximum settings. Another important thing to keep in mind is that unlike some competing models, Philips coffee makers don't allow you to adjust the amount of milk foam independently. The amount of foam changes depending on the volume of milk selected for each recipe. So if you don't like foam in your coffee, it's important to know that this setting cannot be adjusted separately on Philips machines. Moving on, we have another classic, the Latte Macchiato. This drink uses the same amount of coffee as the cappuccino, but adds considerably more milk and foam. The result is a drink in which the milk flavor is more noticeable and the coffee tastes much milder. To access the remaining milk-based recipes, simply tap the More Drinks button and select the option you want from the menu. Another drink similar to the one we just saw is the Café Latte. In this case, it uses slightly more coffee than the Latte Macchiato, while keeping the same amount of milk. The main difference, however, is the order of preparation. The machine dispenses the coffee first and then the milk. This allows the two ingredients to blend more thoroughly, giving the drink a different color and flavor profile. The next recipe is the Café au Lait, a classic coffee and milk drink. It is more similar to the cappuccino, although it uses slightly more coffee. And just like the previous recipe, the machine dispenses the coffee first and then the milk. The result looks similar to the Café Latte, but with a smaller overall volume. And if you prefer drinks where the coffee flavor remains more prominent, the Flat White will probably be one of your favorites. This drink uses slightly less milk than the cappuccino, but what really sets it apart is that it's the only recipe that uses 2 coffee doses, as you can see here. This gives it a much stronger coffee flavor and a darker, richer appearance. To finish with the milk options, it's also worth knowing that the machine can prepare hot milk and milk foam separately, either to enjoy on their own or to combine with any drink you like. And here you can see all the recipes we've just prepared side by side, making it easier to compare their size, color, and proportions. We hope this video has helped answer all your questions about the milk-based coffee drinks available on the Philips 5500. And if you'd like to learn more about this coffee maker, don't miss the videos coming up next. We'll see you in the next video.